Climate mattered to me when I realized that we're the canaries in the cave. When I realized that the pollution that is created in my community by 27 facilities that pollute so much.
It punched us in the face on October 29, 2012, when Superstorm Sandy came and basically destroyed everything we had.
So you got the coal piers, you got, the shipyard, you've got the water pollution. Hey, shall I go on?
Grounded in the leadership of low-income communities and communities of color, our members are on the front lines of the climate crisis.
I'm Emma Lockridge, and I'm a climate and environmental justice organizer with Michigan United in Detroit, Michigan. There's an oil refinery across the street from my community. The refinery releases benzene. Benzene causes cancer. We have a flare straight across from our homes. They decided to purchase homes near it to give people relief because there's so much pollution. But we live downwind on the other side. They did not purchase our homes, and on the side that they did purchase it was white, predominantly white homeowners. So we feel there's a racial justice component to this. You let them escape all of these emissions, and now we're stuck with them.
So I'm Joe Mangino. I'm a Superstorm Sandy survivor, and I am the co-founder of the New Jersey Organizing Project. The New Jersey Organizing Project for the last 3 years has been fighting to get Sandy families home and make sure they can afford to stay home. Money that becomes available for disaster recovery needs to get invested into the community to help people rebuild their homes and to keep that community as it is. If the money goes instead to the developers, which normally are, let's say, the governor's buddy, they are going to use that money to maximize their profits. They don't necessarily care about the people that are there.
People's Action is in over 30 states, working in 50 communities and Indian country, fighting for and winning environmental and climate justice, which we know lives at the intersection of racial and economic justice.
So my name is Grace Pye. I'm an organizer with the People's Lobby, which is based in Chicago. And I organize on the south side of Chicago, which is historically a really disinvested area. And I organize specifically on the southeast side of Chicago, which is an environmental justice community. And last year, we were part of another statewide effort to pass the Future Energy Jobs Act, which created the first ever low-income solar program in Illinois. By passing the Future Energy Jobs Act in Illinois, we doubled renewable energy generation in the state, we stopped a giant coal subsidy, we created jobs, and we carved out the first ever low-income solar program, money that will actually be spent specifically on low-income rooftop solar, low-income community solar, solar for nonprofit organizations that benefit low-income communities, and that is totally unprecedented.
So hi, my name is Sage Green, and I am a community energy planner at Push Buffalo, which is People United for Sustainable Housing Buffalo, based in Buffalo, New York. In many ways, the west side of Buffalo is a frontline community for environmental issues. We deal with tens of thousands of utility shutoffs every year, meaning people who cannot afford their energy then do not have any to use for certain periods of time. So when we run our campaigns, we run them to structurally change those things that are affecting people. We recently are renovating an old school building, so it was a middle school called School 77. It's in our 25 block green development zone, where it's going to be 30 senior housing apartments. 2 theaters are going to use the theater space there. It's going to be a black box theater. And on the roof of that is going to be a community distributed solar array that will be distributed amongst the tenants. So we're figuring out how to make a cooperatively owned energy grid, so we can use that model on more of our projects as well.
One of the main things I see People's Action doing is bringing theory to reality, of helping people really put their hands on it so it's not a mirage or some myth,
People's Action also played a huge role in actually creating this Illinois Solar for All program by providing us with the support that we needed to actually craft legislative language that reflected the values of the community. I think a lot of the time, like, we know that people on the ground know what they need and know what they want to see in their communities, but translating that into legalese is a whole nother battle.
We need to build an economy that not only works for our communities, but also recognizes the inherent value of Black, brown, working class, and Indigenous people.
Until everybody wakes up and gets together and gets in this fight, we're all doomed, because the people at the top, we know where their mind is, and it's on profit over people.
You have a voice, you need to use it. The things that we're fighting for at People's Action are affecting everyday people like you and me. I know that we can do it because we're already doing it, but we need to do it more. So come join us, because we need you.